Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about having the strength to speak up when you're struggling with mental illness, or when you're in a situation where someone is causing your mental health to suffer, or a situation is causing your mental health to suffer. And the reason I wanted to talk about this was there is a stigma still linked with mental health or having a mental health illness, and people don't feel free to talk about it, free to ask for help and support. And I have a background as a mental health nurse, and I have come across it with people that I've worked with previously. I've also come across it in myself, where even though I know that I should speak about it, you find that difficult sometimes. I mean, today in particular, I wanted to talk about it because I think for those of you who've been following my channel, you know that I'm divorced. And unfortunately, I experienced a lot of mental health illness as a result of my divorce, and that situation, mainly to do with the domestic violence and everything else that was going on there. I became very depressed, and that affected me for quite a while. And because I have children with my ex-husband, we still have to communicate, and we still have a situation where sometimes the way he says things or does things still has an impact. But I'm now at a place where I know what affects me and I know how to deal with it, and I will now openly call it out and say, the 20 emails on my birthday, like asking for something that's not urgent, that's that just causes me anxiety, and that's not okay, and you need to stop that, and the emails blaming me for everything that's going wrong, that's not okay, because that causes me to become stressed or depressed. And talking about it, because what I find is when I talk about it, then it causes people to stop and think, because sometimes people don't realize that they're having that impact on you. And if you don't speak up about it, then if they don't have that self-awareness to realize that their behavior is having a negative impact on somebody, then they'll carry on doing that. Whereas if you say to someone, the way you're behaving is affecting me, then if they're a reasonable person, then they have to stop and think. They have to stop and think, and they have to modify themselves. If they don't stop and think, then you keep on saying it until something changes. I've gotten to the point of refusing to engage with people that affect my mental health, because at the end of the day, I need to look after myself to be able to do my job, to be able to look after my children, to be able to look after myself. And I can't do that if my mental health is affected. And if you're not able to speak up, or you don't feel strong enough to speak up, then it's about getting help from someone to help you understand what you're going through and to help you with strategies of how to cope. Because sometimes when you're going through a situation, and, I've been through it, and you're in your deepest, darkest place, you can't see a way out, and you lose trust for people, especially if you've reached that situation because of something that somebody has done to you. And so it takes a while, but help is available. And particularly because I know, like, people with children, they worry that if say you start telling people that you're depressed, then something bad is going to happen. Your children are going to get taken away from you. I would challenge those professionals to say why not get me help, because that's me being in my children's lives is what helps them. Get me help so I can parent my children properly instead of judging me because of my mental illness. If I had a physical illness, would you judge me in the same way? So it's about challenging people's perception of mental health, because it is a hidden illness. You don't have a tattoo on your forehead that says I'm depressed today, or I'm feeling anxious, or I'm feeling stressed, or I'm something else is happening with me. It's not like a physical illness. It is something that you have to tell people how you're experiencing it. It is something that you have to explain to people how it's affecting you, because depression affects people in different ways. Anxiety affects people in different ways. And so you need to feel strong enough to talk to people about how you're feeling so that you can get the help you need to get you back to the place where you need to be to live, as good a life as is available to you. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, because, I had to have a meeting with the ex-husband today, and it starts, and I had to stop and kind of go, okay, it's not helpful. I don't find this helpful, and it's fine. And for me, I wanted to share that it's very important that you have your voice about your mental health and about looking after your mental health, to enable the people that don't have the insight into how their behaviors are affecting you to know that they need to stop doing that, and they possibly need to get help themselves if it's something they can't stop without help. Thank you very much for checking in, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.